What's up, guys? Man, I got an AD10. I traded into this from Tom. Tom, I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce your last name right, but it's Quirin. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to bust a joke there. You know, I'm not entirely sure exactly how to pronounce it. But this AD10, man, I'm liking it. I don't know which one I like better. I got the AD15 with me too this week, and I've always been a big fan of this one. You know, since I got it, I got this one off of Nick Edward, Behind the Edge, and I love this knife, man. You know, it's gonna be hard to beat it, but the AD10 is like, it's real. You know, it's a real knife. Like, I mean, I think I like it better than the Formax. You know, like, the size and the action. It's probably the best action triad lock I've owned. But we'll have a video coming out on it. Speaking of some videos, man, I want to talk to y'all about some stuff. So me and Courtney were talking, and I think we're kind of feeling the same way in a manner. You know, we don't know how a video will perform when we put it out. It's not really a huge deal. This isn't a job to us. It's just a hobby, you know. Like, and we try to take it serious enough, but still have fun at the same time. We're fortunate enough to have a lot of support from the channel. You know, whether that comes in, you know, by way of members or Patreon supporters, and you know, the Patreon money, it goes back to you Patreon guys, man. We're not spending y'all's money, and we don't know what we're doing with the membership things yet. You know, like, we haven't figured it out. It's a lot going on, man. Sorry for the background noise. It's going to be there the entire video. I don't know how long the video is going to be. I'll try not to make it any longer than it has to be. But one of the challenges for us is watching the analytics and the growth. It's become just as unfortunately it's become part of the channel. You know, like what can we expect? You know, if we put out and really, man, all of our videos are pretty low effort. But you know, you may have noticed if you watch the channel avidly, and if you do, we appreciate it. But you may notice that we try to play around with time frames, and we also play around with thumbnails and stuff like that, you know, and we'll try to get creative with some of them just to see if those videos take off and do any better, and we'll try to get creative with some titles. And I haven't noticed any difference. Like, I'm not saying that if we didn't keep on, you know, pumping out those thumbnails and those catchy titles and stuff like that it wouldn't eventually pay off. But I really feel like I've screwed this channel up, and I think I know where just doing research, I really think as far as if growth is something that's important to us, you know, like if we want to see the channel grow and we want to reach more people, we pretty much stay in a shadow ban. And I'm not talking about with comments, like I know Scab experiences his own shadow ban experiences with comments. Like, sometimes he won't be able to reply back, you know, to a comment. If he comments on a video, he won't be able to see his own comment. Nobody else will be able to see it either. That sucks. That's a different kind of shadow ban than what we got going on. What we got going on is like the last 15 or so videos, like nobody's watched our video or clicked on our video that's not been a subscriber, and that's cool. You know, like, I mean, that's totally fine. But like, YouTube's not pushing this stuff out. And then we've got other friends that have knife channels that every video they come out with have been demonetized instantly. It'll just instantly get demonetized for whatever reason. They don't even, like, you know, according to them, YouTube's not giving them a reason. And that sucks too, man. You know, like, especially like monetization is a big part of some people's goals. It's not really a huge part of ours, but outreach is. You know, like studying the algorithm on you know, me and Courtney both have careers, man. You know, like, so we're not we're not as concerned. We know people that have 50, 60,000 subscribers that claim that they don't get enough to wipe their asses with, and I believe it, because like, if outside of Patreon and members and super thanks and stuff like that, you know, like, ad revenue doesn't seem to be you know, you need to you need to have videos that are regularly getting, you know, 5-digit, you know, views. We've had a knife channel for a year, and we've never had a 10,000 view video. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. You know, I go back and look at our highest performing videos. I think it's 6,000, and like, you know, we haven't touched that since. You know, like we haven't even touched half of that since. Like that was a one video, you know, like a fluke type thing. We've had a few that hit 1,000 or whatever, but listen, man, it's not that, you know. I think I know where I screwed up at. So me and Courtney, we're in a really good position right now. If we post a video now, it's generally 25 to 30 views for the first 24 hours. It eventually grow until it gets to about 90, and then it just kind of shuts down. It's just, you know, it comes to a halt. And doing some studying and, you know, and doing a little bit of research, we figured out that it may be too late to save the channel. You know, like we may be in a permanent situation where we're, you know, not that the crowd that we got isn't great, but, you know, reaching more people, we would literally have to. It would require shout outs and stuff, and I'm not asking anybody to do that, right? You know, like I'm not gonna go, hey man, can you shout out my channel? And as helpful as that is, sometimes it's not. Like, you know, because those people will come over and they'll subscribe, but they never come back and watch anything, and that hurts. That's pretty detrimental too. So we're gonna start up a brand new YouTube channel. We're not gonna advertise it on this channel. We're not doing away with this channel. This channel will still be here. We don't have any plans on demolishing this channel. But what we want to do is we want to figure out if we go about things differently from the very beginning. Now, the new channel will have something to do with the knives, but it won't all be knives. It'll be more outdoor based. So, and it'll be a lot of outdoor type vibes going on with it from the very get-go. And we're going to play around with the editing, and we would definitely play around with the thumbnails and the titles and stuff like that. And it won't be a channel that comes out with a video every week, or at least every day. There may be a video every week, but that's, you know, the goal of this channel is to focus on quality content. And, you know, like, and it's not that the goal of this channel, Apex Alchemy, was not to give you the best quality that we possibly could. We're just not really good editors, and we're not good. I guess we're very articulate in our speech and stuff like that. There's, you know, we don't have backgrounds and cells and shit like that. So like, and we don't really have filters either. So if it comes in our head, it comes out of our mouth, which makes for an honest video, but it also probably doesn't make for the most entertaining of videos, or I don't know, like I'm not sure. You know, I'll leave all that stuff up to you guys, you know, as to where you find your value. But what I do, I've got videos scheduled, you know, thanks to Rusty Knife Lover and Alan and B&K. We've got videos scheduled to pop up on Apex Alchemy from now, which is October the 1st, all the way through November. So, you know, we got they're scattered out, just a couple a week for, you know, at least through November, and we're not done recording yet. We still got a few knives we need to touch base on. This being one of them. So, like, I'm not sure when this video will pop up. It may be December. You know, I have no idea. But that's the way we're gonna schedule some videos that won't exactly be up to date. But our knives have never really been up to date anyway. So this video right here is just for communication. You know, I just want to communicate with you guys, let you know what's going on. We're gonna start taking some time and start investing into the new channel. I just want to see what happens, man. I want to take what we've learned and apply it to a new channel and see what happens, you know, versus like starting a YouTube channel from scratch and not knowing a damn thing about anything like we did with this channel. And we still have a lot to learn, but we have to learn that through experimentation. So like, you notice that, like, you know, a couple months ago I put a Henry 44 up on this channel, and immediately went from like 400 views on my knife videos to like 60 for a couple of weeks, and then it started to recover, and then I don't know what the hell I did, but it's back down again. And so, yeah, like I never really know what I do. I just know, like, I'm, you know, it's not outside of the realm of possibilities that I do something to screw something up, and I accept that, you know, like it's part of it. But yeah, you know, like, come in my head to do a video in a dark truck with a bunch of background noise, and I'm gonna put it up. And but this one right here, I don't expect anything out of. This is a communication video, man. It's just channel communication. So, like, if you happen to be one of those Patreon members, if you, we're gonna get you that knife, man. We're gonna get that knife ordered, and we'll figure out which one it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Spartan Harsey. It's gonna be a Chris Reeve of some sort, of some flavor. With as few Patreon members as we have, it seems like everybody kind of has. Some people don't care at all, and then some people are like pretty specific as to what they want, and that's beautiful. That's great, you know. But we only buy one knife, so I think what we want to do is we want to take all of the entries, you know, like all the ideas that you guys have come up with and shared with us. And what we want to do is figure out, okay, you know, these are the ones we got to choose from. Maybe we'll do a drawing on a live. We very much enjoy doing the lives, by the way. But this is another thing, man. It kind of ties us to the house where we can't really get out and do stuff. We really enjoy getting out and doing stuff. And we only got one day off together. You know, I work Sunday through Friday right now. It's been like that for a while. So we only had that one Saturday. And that Saturday's the day that we're going live. We could be out doing all kinds of different things, but we're stuck. You know, I hate to say it like that, but that's really what it is. We're stuck at the house until that live is complete, and then we can spend our afternoon doing whatever. But you know, me and Courtney like to get out of town. We like to go do things and take the kids with us, and it's so the lives, as much as we enjoy them, it's really the only thing that performs well on the channel anymore, and that kind of holds us hostage, you know. And we love it. We love doing it, but like being regular with it, you know, we can't do it. We can't be regular with it and still obtain, you know, like maintain our lives. There's not, if we give up the lives so we can have our freedom on the weekends, there's not much left. You know, like the videos are dying off. And, you know, a lot of our people that I felt tied to, you know, like they've and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. You know, if you happen to watch the video and you used to watch a bunch of our videos and you don't anymore, that's totally cool, man. I understand. I go through spurts where I'm like super glued to this one channel and I can't get enough of this one channel, and they'll come out with all kinds of stuff, and whatever, for whatever reason, I get stuck to another channel. It's the same way with TV shows and stuff like that, right? You know, like sometimes I'll binge, you know, one show. I get tired of that show. You want to go watch another show for a little while. You know, it's variety. Variety is like awesome. It's the spice of life, right? So I get it. You know, like I don't hold it personal because I'm the same kind of viewer. You know, I don't watch everything that everybody that I'm subscribed to comes out with, but there was quite a few people that were watching everything that we would do, and at a point where I felt like I wanted to shut the channel down, you know, months back. Like I was like, I'm not really sure I'm digging this anymore. You know, I kind of felt the obligation to keep pumping stuff out, you know, because I had people, you know, that were coming back, you know, a lot. And most of those people, not all of them, you know, we still got some great viewers, but I would say like 80% of those people are gone. You know, like they're not popping up in the comments anymore. If they do, it's very rare, and that's totally understandable. Like I said, like I'm not trying to bring anybody back, but we're in a good position to explore. We're in a good position to start up this new channel, to feel the lay of the land out, you know, and see how well we think we understand the algorithm by starting fresh, you know, and like starting with a brand new slate, brand new algorithm, no strikes against us, no, and it'll be family oriented, you know, because we'll have our family with us, So like it will be a family-oriented outdoors channel, you know, pretty much. So like it won't constrict us to knives, but knives will be a part of it. Like I said, Apex Alchemy is not going anywhere. I have not lost hope in Apex Alchemy, but if something happens, you know, like losing the channel at this point, doesn't feel like I'm losing as much as I would have lost 6 months ago. You know, when like felt like people were actually enjoying watching the channel. Let me get to that. And I know this video's like it's becoming long, and I'm sorry about that. But you're not enjoying watching the videos because I'm not enjoying recording them. I'm getting bored as all get out looking at this little blue grid. And if I take a piece of leather and I put it on top of the grid, it doesn't make it any more enjoyable. So if I'm not enjoying doing it, and it doesn't matter what the knife is, man. It doesn't matter what kind of knife it is that comes across the table. It's mundane to say the same things about those knives all the time. So it's day in, day out, just, you know, like trying to, like, you know, getting some sort of rhythm. You know, like if you notice, man, if you ever watch people's channels that have a rhythm, like, you know, they'll start off with their intro. This is what we're working with today. Then they'll go to the statistics of the knife, you know, the sizes and specifications and stuff like that. And then they'll go to the B-reel a lot of times. Or sometimes they do the B-reel first before they do the stats. They do all this to keep you engaged. And we have just tried to be free roll. Like we know just about everybody's formula. You know, that we've studied just about everybody that's successful. They all have a formula. They have an outline to go by. It keeps them on track. And it keeps their video in a flow. And their audience gets used to that flow. And people like organization. I like organization. I get it. But what I'm saying is, like, there's enough of that out there. There's enough robotic content farms out there for knives. And that's what they are. You know, like if you come out with a video every single day, it's a content farm. And we tried that. You know, we tried to do the content farming thing. And it's just not where our desires lie. So, like, Apex Alchemy will be a knife channel as long as I'm able to buy knives that I'm excited about. Or borrow knives that I'm excited about, and stuff like that. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to continue to make videos for the sake of making videos. So the frequency of those videos may go from 4 or 5 a week to 1 a week. I would rather, at this point, I would rather be at a situation like I don't have as much going on. My knives aren't as exciting and stuff as Dave's, but I'd rather put out one 15 or 20 minute video at the end of the week or at the beginning of the week, you know, at some point during the weekend, touch base with you guys, let you know what's going on in my knife life, and be over with. You know, like we can get it all over with at once instead of going. I mean, anybody can look up the stats and the specifications of a knife, you know, and like this is stuff that I enjoyed, you know, like doing before I started watching videos on knives. Like you know, it's not even knives, it's everything. Like I want to know what the ambroxan percentage is in Sauvage. That's not public information. You'd have to like break it down. You have to get you a centrifuge and get all the heavy elements out and separate the heavy elements from the light elements and all that stuff, and try to see if you can figure out what's what when you get done with you know, separating all the chemical breakdown, right? So you know, like I love that kind of stuff, but like, you know, it's I never really wanted to be a tabletop reviewer. Like you know, if you go back to like the early days, like earlier in the year, I put out a video. I think it got like 20 views or something like that. It was called Channel Goals and Initiatives. And in that video, I was like, I want to figure out some sort of way to add value to the knife community without being a knife reviewer. I don't want to be a knife reviewer. I should have stuck to that, man. I should have stuck to that. I was like, before I'm a knife reviewer talking about knives on tables nonstop, day in, day out, I'll just dissolve the channel. I'm not saying I should have stuck to that mentality, but I should have stuck to the hold your guns, man. You know, you don't want to be a knife reviewer, don't be a knife reviewer. And you know, that was some really early advice I got from Jared Neves, and I should have stuck to it because that's not what I want to be. I do like having knives, and I do like collecting knives, but I don't I really am a less is more type of person. I really enjoy having a dozen or so knives that I can go through. You know, that's carrying every knife that you own for 4 weeks a year. Man, I've carried this thing for several weeks this year. It's not even been with me for half the year, but when it is with me, it gets a lot of pocket time, and it's $100 knife, man. Well, it's $150 knife, something like that. It's not an expensive knife. It's a joy to carry, and I like having knives like these, man. I like that's the kind of stuff I enjoy doing. But I don't like to have knives spread out all over the house, or trying to figure out which knife I want. You know, I think you guys may want to see. You know, and start buying stuff just for the sake of buying stuff, so we can do videos just for the sake of doing videos. So whenever I have a knife that I'm passionate about, Courtney has a knife that she's passionate about, you're gonna hear from us. So like, if you want to stick around, very much hope you do. I hope you're cool with the change, because I think it'll be a lot happier of a vibe. I think everything will be better. You know, I really do. I think it'll be better if our knife channel doesn't have obligations of sticking, you know, like shoving videos down your throat day in, day out, you know, type thing. Like, you know, just like roll back. We might not be able to keep up with the whole monetization process. I don't give a damn, dude. I don't give a shit. If I wanted to be monetized on YouTube, I'd start up a truck driver channel. You find me one that's small. That's all. Like, I'll leave it at that. All I gotta do is get on YouTube twice a week and talk about my day, like just all the shit that I've experienced throughout the day. Truck drivers love that shit. You know, they love that shit. There's people that aren't truck drivers that like to hear about the truck driver days. I don't know why. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. But there's people out there. That's all I would have to do. It would feel too much like work to me. So there's no way I would do that. But if I wanted a successful YouTube channel, that's what I would do. And people love hearing about jobs that pay 6 figures. So, you know, like, you could easily talk about, you know, like how to get into trucking in general, what to expect, lifestyle changes and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. Man, oh my God, YouTube is polluted with it. You think there's a lot of knife channels? There's a lot of truck driving channels, because truck driving pays well, and with that, it attracts a lot of interest. You know, like, you know, it's an interesting job. It's not really to me anymore. You know, it's a job. You know, it's dangerous. I haul reefer. These things catch on fire all the time. You know, like, it's not. There's nothing glamorous or glittery about this job. But then again, look at me, man. I'm not really a trucker, am I? You know, I'm not your. You know, and I hate to be like that, right? But like, I mean, you know, everybody's got that stereotypical trucker in their head when they think about a trucker, and I'm not him. Like, it's a career, it's a job. I'm decent at it. I'm not the world's best. Not a real trucker by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, if I was shooting for success, there's definitely different, you know, very. Not just the trucker thing, but like, Courtney's a teacher. Like, she could literally upload lessons on YouTube, and there's students, 5th grade students all around the world that would benefit from that, like tutoring type thing. I mean, like, you know, if we wanted to be successful YouTubers, if that was what we were shooting for, really, then that's what we do. You know, something like that. This is like hobby. This is fun. This is the type of stuff that we consider fun. So this is the type of stuff we like to do in our free time. But when it gets to the point where it's outrun us, you know, it's outrun our fun, then it's not fun anymore, and it starts feeling a little bit like work. And when it starts feeling a little bit like work, I don't feel like I'm getting a day off, you know. And I'm not feeling like I'm getting a day off, man. Like, something's gonna have to go, like the channel or the job, right? And channel ain't. I mean, like the channel ain't gotta go. It's just it's gotta go through a major metamorphosis. So it's gonna go through that metamorphosis, and we'll come out on the other side with whatever we come out with. Just don't want it to happen without some sort of attempt of communication. Like, I don't expect this video to get a lot of views. Definitely don't expect anybody to be here at this point. It's 26 minutes. But if you are here, I'm not leaving behind. And if you like the channel, you may continue to like the channel. I don't know. There's a lot of old videos you can catch up on in the meantime. But like the video drop rate has got to drop. You know, it's got to go down, because that's part of destroying your algorithm. If the algorithm's not working for you and you keep on pumping out videos day after day, then that bad algorithm just seeds to the next video. It's just how it is. And when the algorithm is working for you, if you flood the algorithm, sometimes it works in your benefit, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it messes everything up. So like, you gotta figure out a pattern, works for you and all that stuff to generate growth. So we're gonna learn that stuff with a blank slate. So we didn't pay attention to any of that stuff. So when people used to loan us knives, we would drop 5 videos a day. You know, if we got 5 videos from Alan, well, let's record them all, man. It was exciting. It was new, and let's record them all and drop them all on the same day. That was horrible. That is channel destruction. That's channels. Yeah. You know how you know what I mean. I'm not, I don't want to even say the word, man, but like it's detrimental to the channel's health. So and we did it to it ourselves, unawareingly. Like we didn't mean to destroy the channel, but we did. We destroyed the channel. So like, the only way to revive the channel now is to kind of take a break and get back to the basics. You know what I mean? Because we can't afford to buy every hype knife that's out there. I don't expect anybody to send me every hype knife that's out there. I don't want to afford. I don't want to handle every hype knife out there. You know what I mean? Like, there's 100 companies. My son said it best earlier. He was like, he was thinking about restarting his YouTube channel too. He said, I think I'm gonna restart my YouTube channel as well. And I was like, what are you gonna do? He's like, I want to stream a game. And I was like, dude, like, if you're gonna do that, you might want to wait for a big game to drop and jump in, like, immediately. He's like, I don't know, man. He said, listen, he's like, versus knives. He said, there's 100 companies that produce 100 knives, 100 different kinds of knives every day, and thousands, if not millions, of those knives by those same 100 companies. You can't keep up with that. He said, there's one Call of Duty that comes out every November. And I was like, kid's got a point, man. The kid's got a point. Like, it's a lot easier to keep up with the video games that you like to play than it is to like try to keep up with every knife that's coming out. I can't even learn about every knife that's coming out. Like much less own a decent percentage of those to keep you guys interested. Like, and not you guys. If you are still watching this channel, like, your expectations are low. but there's people out there. The mass majority of the people out there that we're trying to bring to a knife channel, they want to see what's latest and what's being talked about now. Like, they don't want to see what was hot 10 years ago or even last year, for that matter. Those videos don't do worth a shit. The only videos that really do worth a shit, the videos that make the channel, as far as we can tell, is if you can get a hold of a knife before the drop, and it's a very anticipated knife, or at least somewhat anticipated knife. Like, what are these Kunwu knives? I'm just now learning about this brand. I got invited to the Kunwu group. I don't even know anything about them, man. But I guess it's a newer brand, right? Like, see, I don't know, man. Like, 'cause like shit don't interest me. But what was that Arius that came out last year? What was it last year? I don't even know, man. I just know it was it was a pretty hype knife last year, right? Like, right now, the most exciting knife that I can think of is Cold Steel Mayhem. It's already too late. Everybody's already got a video on it. Like, so if I wanted to buy the Mayhem, get shipped to my house, I'm not even in the top 10 or 15 that's coming out with that video on time. Like, it's like, there's already so many people that got the knife before the drop. Yeah, and that's just the way it is. They earn that. They you know, they built their channel to the point where people, you know, they've gotten recognition enough to where people are gonna have faith in them to like, hey, we want you to do a video because it's free advertising. That's what it is. It's free advertising. You know, we'll give you the knife, or we'll loan you the knife. You send it back or whatever, and you know, you can advertise the knife for us. Blah blah blah. Well, if you can't get in on that kind of traction, it's not gonna go well for you. And you do gotta earn it. So like, you know, how do you earn it? You gotta put in the work. You gotta make the relationships. You gotta, you know, develop trust. There's lots of stuff. How have I been rambling for 30 minutes, man? 30 minutes and 44 seconds. Sorry about that. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. I hope most of you, if not all of you, stick around and see what happens. I'm not gonna, don't ask about the new channel. I'm not gonna advertise that new channel on this channel because I don't want to bring, I know I'll probably bring a couple hundred subscribers over to the new channel automatically, but that would kind of screw up the algorithm in itself. So if you find it naturally, awesome. But if you don't, that's cool, man. We can still see you here. But if you find it naturally, we'll be happy to see you over there for sure. But we don't want to lead you there because, like I said, that stuff just messes with the algorithm. We don't want anybody subscribing to this new one that isn't interested in what we're coming out with. You know, to keep it simple. You know, so if that's 5 people, and that's 5 people. If it's 5,000 people, it's 5,000 people, right? Like, so that's the goals for the time being. Just expect the amount of videos to drop to be less on this channel, and we will definitely keep you informed. You know, and we will definitely still be going live every once in a while. I just won't be every Saturday. We got some things. October's a busy month for us. Our outdoor stuff's gonna start picking up pretty quickly. We're huge Halloween people. That's, yeah. You know, Courtney's birthday was in October. We got kids' birthday in September. It's just a lot of stuff coming up, man. A lot of stuff coming up, and I don't know how that live schedule will hold up, but it'll be second to life, you know, and that's just the way it needs to be, really. You know, I mean, like, can't take this thing any more serious than what it really is. You know, if you do, things are going to fall apart. It's going to create a bunch of unhappiness. We don't want that. We want to keep things as happy as possible. So I'll be back recording videos at Apex Alchemy when I'm happy about recording videos at Apex Alchemy. You guys have a great one. Wherever the flip side is, that's where we'll catch you. Have a great night.